Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to this channel. Did you know, as an empath, that you are fully capable of hearing clear, concise messages from the divine, from spirit, from creation, from God? You are fully capable of dialing in to the universe and getting messages that are divinely appropriate for your life path. Some of you know this. Some of you have studied under particular mentors, healers, and you've learned some things, but not all of you, because you've found yourself here. So some of you are still trying to navigate this empath gift, anointing, power, lifestyle, whatever words you want to give to describe yourself. What I want to share with you is that you are fully capable of hearing your divine yes and your divine no. There's nothing wrong with going outside of ourselves and talking to mentors, accountability partners, aligned people who truly have our back and want to support or teach, or encourage you. That's all good. But it's really important that you understand you don't have to go outside of yourself in order to get the answers that you need. So many times people feel like they have to go, see a psychic or go see a tarot reader or a prophet from their church, or, they've got to go somewhere because this person has a clearer dial than you, and they're going to know. And like I said, there's a time and a place for going outside of yourself to get answers and to get help. But a big part of the purpose of this channel is to help empaths recognize the power that they have within themselves. You were born with this power. And sure, you may need to check in sometimes with accountability partners or mentors just to make sure that you're on track. But the more you keep your channel clear with your pure heart intentions, your pure heart structure, your meditations, your prayers, your lifestyle that is living and serving the highest light, the easier it becomes to just dial in and know. Okay, so for example, I have been an empath my whole life, and I didn't have anyone really at a young age to help me navigate the journey. So it was challenging. And yet I remember praying as a very, very little girl. And so the way that I began to navigate this emotional intensity, this energetic sensitivity, was to pay attention to my dreams, because that's the way spirit spoke to me. Dreams, visions, time in nature. I spent a lot of time outside when I was a little girl. I loved to be in the grass. My father bought me a tent. I would stay outside in the backyard in the tent until they made me come inside because they didn't want me to spend the night outside. So I was out a lot with insects. I loved ladybugs and butterflies and moths, and I used to look at worms and roly-polies, and I was very fascinated by insects and grass, like being outside in the grass, all the little things that you could find in grass, trees and things like that. And when you're out in nature, you develop a relationship with nature, and nature can speak to you. So for those of you that are wondering how to navigate your empath experience and how to know your clear divine yes and your clear divine no, well, just understand that the divine is going to speak to you in those unique ways that have meaning for you. If you live a clean lifestyle, if you watch, what you eat, and you're getting a lot of rest, and you're drinking a lot of water, and you're staying meditative, and, really trying to align with what you believe is the highest light, even if you don't have all the answers, Spirit, God, creation will speak to you. And one of those ways will be when you're in nature, when you are barefoot, in the sand on a beach, or hiking up a mountain, walking through a forest, sitting under a tree while journaling, sitting in the middle of the grass, maybe having a picnic, feeling the breeze on your face and on your skin. Nature will speak to you. The divine will speak to you. You'll begin to download messages. You'll be journaling, and all of a sudden you'll have a thought, and then you'll have an integration. You'll be, just walking through the forest, and it will almost feel like the trees are speaking to you, because they are in their own way. You'll be in the silence, and yet there will be so much information that is coming to you from the divine. So when we're in nature, as you know, we're unplugged, most of us, unless you're on your phone in nature, which try not doing that. Try to just be in nature and let nature be its own thing. Let it be its own magical moment, Let it be its own exciting thing without any filler, because nature's very powerful. It's very capable of bringing a lot of healing to your psyche and your heart. It is very capable of grounding you. The earth can earth you. So when we're in nature, we're away from all the noise of our regular lives. And although nature has its own sounds, it's different than noise, because the sounds that we experience in nature, whether they are the birds, or, the breeze, or the leaves of the trees swaying, whatever you hear, the little critters, whatever's going on in nature, those natural sounds have a resonance that is fully capable of healing you. Your cells and your organs, your nervous system respond to the natural sounds of nature. So I do encourage you to be in nature as often as possible, but for the empath, it's nature, it's your dreams, it's your visions. You may turn on the radio and a song is playing. If you listen to the lyrics, it actually is responding to maybe a question that you had in your heart. It's very interesting how the divine speaks to us any number of ways. And sometimes we minimize or ignore the profound ways that the spirit realm is acknowledging us and witnessing us and speaking to us. But as an empath, if you begin to dial in to all of the multi-sensory and multi-dimensional ways that creation wants to speak with you, you'll become more open and even surprised at all of the ways you are downloading divine messages directly for you and your beautiful, unique path as an empath, warrior, as a powerful light worker, way shower, and beautiful starseed. So with me, because I grew up in a very spiritual, religious family, but nobody was talking about empath sensitivity or energies. There was nobody explaining the psychic dreams and visions and things that were happening that were coming true. I had to go within. I had to call on the divine myself. And it was in the dreams and the visions and the psychic impressions and time in nature that I began to understand how to navigate my life as an empath. I didn't even know I was an empath, but the lessons began at a young age because I was responding to divinity in nature. And I didn't question the dreams and I didn't question the visions. I just I just accepted them. And it got to the point, I remember being in junior high and high school when I would be perplexed about something. If I didn't have the answer to something, whether it was an academic issue, or maybe it was something that I wanted, or maybe it was something that I was just curious about, it got to the point where I would just ask the question before going to sleep, knowing that I was going to get the answer in my sleep. And so for many, many, many years, what would happen is I'd go to sleep and then I would wake up somewhere, usually between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. And then I'd go back to sleep. And it was once I went back to sleep that the answer to my question would be very clear in a dream. I either would see a dream that explained exactly what I needed to know. I'd have a dream, or I would just wake up knowing. Now, I know that sounds so magical and mysterious, but I'm not unique. This is what we're capable of. All of you energy sensitive, beautiful empathic souls, you are fully capable of dialing in as well, as long as you trust that you're going to get the answers. If you spend too much time going to outside sources, whether it's a psychic or a tarot reader or a prophet or even a minister or a pastor, if you're always going outside of you to get the answers, you're not creating the neuropaths in the brain that will, help fortify your belief in your own ability to dial into the divine. This is why I spend so much time talking about being self-referent as opposed to object-referent. You want to learn to go within. You want to develop your relationship with the divine, with creation, with God, with nature. You want to hone that relationship by being fully engaged, fully present, and expecting to get those divine answers. The divine will not disappoint. As long as you're living a clean lifestyle. And what I mean by that, I don't mean you have to be perfect. I don't mean that at all. I'm not saying that, you can't enjoy your life or have creature comforts. I'm not saying any of that. What I mean is, as long as you maintain purity of heart, in the sense that you really work hard to just be kind, loving, compassionate, authentic, live a life of integrity, stay away from judgment of self or others, stay away from criticism of self or others, stay away from drama, live a pure life, a clear, clean life, drama-free. Of course, there's lots of drama everywhere, so how free can it be? I don't know. But if you try, if you work hard to live that beautiful, clean life with that pure heart structure, the divine recognizes you. The divine sees you because your energy field is not contaminated with gook and junk and yuck, It's not about being perfect. It's about doing your best to honor God, the divine, in the highest light. And when that is your intention, the whole universe, the quantum field, will match your energy and give you the answers that you need. So please be encouraged. And for those of you that are just wondering, how am I going to navigate this? How am I going to get a grip on my psychic, power? And how am I going to know if I really should go this way or go that way? What's my divine yes? What's my divine no? How am I ever going to be able to be assured that I'm really dialed in? And what I would say to you is, trust that you are worthy of being dialed in as a child of the divine. You are so worthy. You are so worthy. Two things I can say to you with absolute 100% certainty. Number one, you are most welcome to this channel. You are so, so, so very welcome. And my work is to witness you. Even though I may not see you, I may never meet you in this lifetime, my soul recognizes you. My soul sees your light, and the divine sees your light and is fully supporting you in every way. So that I know for sure. You are most welcome here. And the next thing is that you are divinely seen and known and supported. And the universe, God, creation, the quantum field, the cosmos, the multiverse, the omniverse, the all of creation will match your energy. Believe that you are very, very needed, required, very much known. This is why you were born this way, because the divine had a plan that maybe you didn't recognize, initially. It's unfolding now. You're beginning to learn all that you are and all that you are capable of. And you are serving the highest light. That is why your gifts are coming online. That's why you found yourself at this channel. That's why you're learning and integrating what it is to be an empath and how to use your creativity and your unique gifts, your talents, your abilities in a way that serves the highest light. Why do you think you even want to do that? Why are you even drawn to do that? Because the divine chose you. That's why. Some would say you're not special. Well, no, I don't agree with that. You're very, very special. Now, are you unique in that specialness? Yes. Are you alone in that specialness? No, because all of us are fully capable of being special. We are the apple of the divine's eye. We are, all of us. We're all so capable of being that shimmery, shiny diamond of the divine. Not all of us choose. But if you choose to be your best version and serve the highest light with your life force, your energy, and your gifts, the divine will always match your energy. And you will grow into the profundity of all that you are. And humanity and nature, the human collective, the Lightworker collective, all beings will benefit from you knowing who you are and ascending into that highest version of yourself. So be well, dear ones, on your journey. Don't give up. Continue to believe that you are worthy and that you are seen and known and loved. You are heard. You are witnessed. You are valuable. And when you ask, because your heart structure is pure, what you ask for is always given. Blessings, love, and light.